I've always sneered at the world of influencers and felt that I was above the dreaded content that's pervasive on TikTok and Reels these days. And last week, being forced to stoop to the level of the like, save, and share crowd made me want to take the Hemingway out. But that was just me being a whiny little bitch. And I'm back, baby! I have finally seen the light and the truth. And like Saul of Tarsus, blinded by the Lord's glory, I am reborn with my ultimate purpose clarified, to become literature's greatest influencer. Follow me on. Ty, you want a glass of whiskey?
Yeah.
Check, check. Check 1, 2. We're gonna do interviews.
You want to leave that in the car?
No, I don't. Let's go. Hi there, this is Daniel from The Author Show, coming to you live from beautiful Burbank. Today, we're here to see if the people are reading, to see if literature is indeed relevant at all. To be perfectly frank, I doubt anybody's reading anything today. Let's see what we find out. This is a big pivot, I'm fully aware, but it's something I really believe in.
We do interview on the street stuff.
His approach is stupid. I don't want to be an influencer. All right, we're gonna try to find some unsuspecting victims here. It felt gross and inauthentic. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you mind if we ask you a few questions? No? Not interested? Okay, thank you. Daniel from The Author Show. Do you mind answering a few questions about literature? You gotta run, busy man. All right. Let's go into the movies at 3 o'clock on a Thursday. We just got some questions about books. Got yoga, okay, bye. Suddenly I have tremendous sympathy for reporters. This is the worst job ever. Hi, Daniel from The Author Show. You're annoying everybody. Questions about literature? You're inviting rejection into your life. Yep. We'll let you walk ahead. We're not gonna annoy you. He's a busy man. Just as I suspected, nobody wants to talk to us, not about books. Check over there. Do you see anybody coming? So this past week, I've been doing a ton of research on BookTok, which I had no idea even existed until now.
And I did a bunch of research into BookTok.
Stupid. Some of these people are getting millions of views on their posts.
The views are huge on them.
I mean, this isn't like a small little underground thing. This is big time.
So I thought it would be a good idea just to start getting some more of that sort of content in our episodes.
I got my wheels turning that since writing has been really hard, let's pivot our energy and attention and go all in on building a platform. I mean, let's just be honest. We're doing this to become famous, not just for fame's sake, but because we have a mission that we believe in, which is to make literature cool again. And apparently, there's already people who are doing this. Not only are these people getting millions of views, but they're also making a shit ton of money. This is expensive. This moment I'm paying for. It's expensive. So we need to build an engine, build a media company that can eventually give back and make some money. I never even had TikTok before this week. Upon first glance on BookTok, it was evident that it's almost entirely filled with women who are into the sort of romance novel shit. I wasn't really finding my footing in this digital playground until I came across Men of BookTok. Men of BookTok is a place where a bunch of men come together who feel like they weren't being represented in the BookTok hashtag. There aren't like main influencers in that category. I really think that I can step in and be that figure who has great taste in literary fiction and who is willing to play the part, show up frequently, carry the banner, and help make literature cool again. What's your favorite book that you've read?
I think it's Animal Farm. I like dystopian books. The Martian.
Life of Pi. I really liked Harry Potter.
Who's your favorite author?
Neil Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman. Do you and your social groups talk about reading and
Absolutely.
literature? Wow. Anything else that you've read recently that catches your attention?
I'm reading Fight Club currently.
Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah.
And how do you like that?
I'm loving it so far. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty wild stuff.
I'm currently reading The Tattooist of Auschwitz.
Do you actually like reading, or do you just read because you have to?
No, I actually low-key like it.
I'm pleasantly surprised by how this is going so far. Maybe I'm just a jaded cynic, and I should shove it up my ass.
People are reading.
People are reading. You know, people who have big ideas, big dreams, but who don't necessarily have the talent to become artists, become influencers. So let's beat them at their own game. We can make this our own, right? We're gonna play their game, but we're gonna do it a hell of a lot better. The new plan is to become literary influencers, take over BookTok. We're gonna make tons of awesome content. Ty, can you get me fluffed?
No problem.
Okay, fluff. I don't know if you want to film because we're gonna be fluffing. This past week, I rented out an old mansion in Beverly Hills. We filmed something like, 15 TikToks and Reels. Read this book. I think you'll like it. F. Scott Fitzgerald. F. Scott Fitzgerald used to get shit-faced drunk before he wrote. And that's why he died in his 40s. So the best part is that it takes way less time, almost no creative energy to put this stuff together. It was my first foray into autofiction, which is essentially the combining of autobiography and fiction, hence autofiction. As opposed to the poems, which I had to write, record, they had to be scored. Tyler and I would shoot 30 days worth of poetry. It's an astonishing amount of time, I learned. With the TikToks, we can batch like 15 videos in one day. It takes almost no creative bandwidth. I don't have to make anything up. I just have to be honest. What am I reading now? No one asked. Charles Bukowski's Women. I've read this book at least 10 times and find something new every time. It's hard enough to write a book. It's even harder to write a book and then 30 poems a month. This approach is going to help cool off my brain and sense of overwhelm a little bit so that I can put more of that into writing the novel. The Loser by Bukowski. The Loser. And the next I remembered, I'm on a table. Everybody's gone. And I got up and dressed. The tape's still on my hands. And when I got home, I tore the tape off my hands and wrote my first poem. And I've been fighting ever since. Dude, that's pretty fucking good. I mean, all of them look great. If we can do that every time, I'm in. I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny. I thought it expressed our personalities in a fun and interesting way.
I think it's cool. I think we can roll them out and stuff. I'm just a little apprehensive given our conversations in the past over this content.
Dude, come on.
Over sustainability.
Hold on.
I'm worried about the longevity of it. I'm worried about how expensive it is. Poems did cost some money, but I don't even know where we're gonna go with these TikToks. If it's gonna be another mansion rental or now we're gonna build a podcast studio.
We're launching a podcast! Why just write one book when you could inspire millions of people to write their own?
It's not how these things work.
If there's any way that we could possibly stand out and do something special here, this is it.
Totally, but
who's the motherfucker who's been telling me that our job is to create an audience, create a marketplace that we can then sell the book to eventually one day?
I'm well aware of what I was saying, but I feel guilty because this was kind of like my idea. Daniel was super against this until he actually started going on BookTok and doing all the research that I already did. This took an entire day. We rented a location. We hired Joe for it. You know, that costs money.
Yeah,
that costs time and everything.
I was willing to pay for it.
So we're gonna be doing these once a week. All those like fucking losers that you're talking about, this is their thing. This is their job, is doing these. They have no problem waking up and shooting TikTok videos all day. You do. And just because you don't right now, you will. I know how this goes. It's not sustainable.
Tyler didn't like it.
There's just gonna become a point in which we run out of money.
And I don't fucking care.
Where Daniel runs out of money.
Because I need to win.
There goes this job that I'm really enjoying.
I'm not writing. Here's the deal. I'm not writing. It's another week has gone by, not a fucking page, okay? Not even a page would be a godsend right now. I can't even scratch a word, a sentence, a word. I got nothing. In order to not make this entire fucking thing a massive fucking failure, the amount of money I've sunk into this already, I've got a team of people working on a project that's going nowhere. Okay? I've got a book that doesn't exist. And these TikToks are kind of Frankensteining me up. It's like, give me the juice, daddy. In order to turn this into something that's worth a damn, we need to like build something, all right? Let's do the TikToks, let's do social, let's fucking make a podcast. If we can't fucking do that, then God fucking just Noah's Ark me. I don't even know what that, just X me out. Just Jesus Christ on the cross, hang me. Crows on my head, crows in my heart, pick out my eyes.
I've heard enough
You get the
analogies.
point.
I've heard several. I just kind of like this whole thing more when you were hating all this social media shit. It's a little weird. I'm concerned about the project, but I'm also concerned about Daniel.
The other thing is that Tyler likes making the salary that he's making. I'm paying for that.
No, I'm not.
I'm giving you a
I
job!
understand and I appreciate that, but as a producer, I'm just saying this didn't sit well with me as much as it did with you. And him getting so gung-ho, being an influencer, that will eventually implode.
Go cool off. Let's
order
cool.
a ring light or
Let's
something.
cool off.
Here's your fucking...
I ordered a lot of collagen. Christ. I'm daddy. I daddy this thing. And daddy's gotta eat. I'm calling it in. It's dinner time. Daddy's gotta eat. The thing is that it's easy to get down on yourself. It's only been a few weeks since we started this project. We can't lose hope. I gotta tell you, this whole project so far of interviewing people has given me a lot of inspiration to get going with this, because the big takeaway from today so far is that the young people need somebody who they can rally around, you know? We need Daniel. That's my only conclusion, is we need me. That's Daniel, that's me, signing off. More to come. Week 4 in the books, and I've never felt more hopeful.
When I signed on to this project, this was to document Daniel writing his first novel.
Why write a book when nobody's gonna read it?
Now he's talking about starting a media company.
I need a following first. Then, the motivation from my fans can propel me to get through this impenetrable writer's block and actually start writing.
I don't know how he's gonna find the time to write, to start writing. And I just feel we have veered off course of the original intent of everything.
I'm determined to master the algorithm, refine my influencer skills, and become the face of modern day literature.
I don't know when he's going to write.
I'll be the hero the men of BookTok have been calling out for, and in doing so, become a champion for authors everywhere.
He's just not writing at all. So what are we doing?
I'm going all in, baby. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, podcasts. My ambition has grown. We're building a media empire.
I saw you take a phone call outside earlier. I was just curious what that call was about, because you looked a little disenchanted afterwards.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna need this off the record.
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah. I'll stop recording. Okay. Yeah.
There's no kind way of saying this. I just lost one of my biggest clients. He said that I just haven't been there for him for this past month, particularly the past few weeks, and I've never been fired before. I don't know how I'm gonna pay for any of this. Can you do me a favor and just definitely not tell. Just don't tell Tyler.
Yeah,
that
I won't
either.
tell Tyler, and I wasn't recording, so it's fine.
Okay.